Okay, now listen. Now this is the good stream. My mic wasn't for whatever reason shit was picking up the webcam instead of my mic, and I do apologize. So for those that are some people said they couldn't hear me at all during the showing of the quote unquote Nintendo Switch. And like I said, I'm letting the room fill up a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's maybe bad that we know these code names for these consoles because honestly, I thought the Nintendo NX was a better name than Nintendo Switch. At least they got away from that Wii, but I like the Nintendo NX to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I like the what do you call it? The Xbox Scorpio, whatever it's going to be called. You know what I mean? I'm quite sure they ain't gonna be as good as the Xbox One X. I'm sorry, the Xbox. I'm sorry, Scorpio. And the same thing with the PlayStation 4 Pro. I like PS4 Neo much better than I do PlayStation 4 Pro. But anyway, like I was saying, if you are just new joining, if you guys couldn't hear me before, that like I said, I was at the doctor's office. Shout out to Real Gamer 27. He just joined me. He just called me. He didn't want to let me know that my shit was botting because I wasn't even looking at the chat. That him and Alex, shout out to him. So they had a live stream. Like I said, I was on my cell phone and I couldn't really see everything. And you know what I mean? Plus I was using the GPS MapQuest and all that shit on your phone. So I couldn't really see everything. You know what I mean? So I just read a little bits in here and articles at the red light, you know what I mean? And from what I'm hearing, it's a mixed bag of reviews. Some people think it's the best thing to slice bread. Some people think it's another gimmick. And like I said today, I'm gonna be like, I guess for whatever reason, I'm quote unquote pegged as a Nintendo hater. I don't know why. I tell you guys time and time again, it was Nintendo that got me into gaming. It wasn't the Atari. Like I said, maybe I'm just showing my age, but I remember the Nintendo old, like I said, when Nintendo had all the third-party support. One guy that told me, "Who buys a Nintendo console for third-party games?" I'm like, "What?" It's like, "What the hell?" Like, not crazy that stuff sounds. You know what I mean? Like I remember when Nintendo had all the third-party support. You know what I mean? Some of Nintendo's best games weren't made by Nintendo. Double Dragon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, The Karate Kid, Double Dribble, Tecmo Bowl. I mean, I can go on Ghosting. I can go on and on and on. You know what I mean? Some of their best games wasn't made by Nintendo. So I remember, like I said, when they had all the third party support. But from what, like I said, from what I'm hearing, not from what I'm hearing, that Nintendo, this is supposed to be a new Nintendo where they're working more, with being more openly, like I said, with third party. I could tell right now because from what I seen from the trailer, I'm gonna watch it again. They have a Bethesda game, new big bad stream, and I mean we're about to start it again. I'm just taking down the old ones. I didn't post it in a lot of them, thank God. But like I said, thank you guys for telling me that the mic sounded shitty. Like that was horrible. Ain't no way in hell I could have left that up. That sounded like Rodimus Prime. Where on tune, Dean tune. That's like my man from CB4. Like I had throat cancer. Like that was horrible. One joker said that was the lint that got me. That was funny. But anyway, I'm about to start it now. I'm gonna go back to the actual the post where we at. Let me send this link out on Twitter. We about to try it again. I know I do apologize for that. But anyways, I'm gonna give you, like I said, the pros and the cons, and without with just being honest. You know what I mean? And what it's going to take for me to, snatch one, day one or whatever the case may be, or day whatever. Let me bring these up side by side. Let me go to the actual live stream. Let me pause this here. Yeah, I sound much better. Let me pause that. Bring this up. I'm sorry. I ain't got to do that. I can just look at. No, I got to bring both of them up. Remove this over. I don't know how many people in here. Well, 77. All right, we can start. Let me just send this out on Twitter. And we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is the correct stream. All right, here we go. All right. I'm sorry, let me bring my mind back because I want to see what you guys are seeing and talk to you guys in the comment section. Okay, here we go. Even my camera looks clear now. Wrong way. Let's go down to up, over. Nope, wrong way. My apps. There we go. My apps. YouTube. Here we go. It's bright. You probably just can't see it as good as you want to upload your Epic Game moments? No, I don't. Let me go over here. History. I just looked at it. Let me go first. Look by Nintendo. I'm gonna do this again. Even though I just seen it, but I'm gonna do this again because you guys can hear me as I was talking because I was breakdancing. KS9000. Like I said before, that's very colorful. That's very, very colorful. Very colorful. That Zelda game does look good graphically. Not really feeling that controller. Here's my question. Hold up. Let me pause this here. My question is, does this controller have two bumpers? You know what I mean? I'm not seeing that so far. Does it have two bumpers? You need two bumpers. You need a trigger. And I'm not seeing that so far. I don't see two bumpers. I don't see it. I hope they have two bumpers. Like, you need that. God damn, this video is clear. I wonder if Nintendo stream put this in 4K. This is clear as hell. I don't know if you guys can tell, but god damn. Turn this down. I want no copyright. Skyrim there. And again, I guess that looks good for a console port. I mean, for a handheld port. And I'm not feeling that right there. And again, I don't see two bump. I don't see two triggers. I don't see them. You need two. You know what I mean? You need. Oh, I see it. They do have it. I saw it. I'm sorry. It's right there. It's real small. I see it right there. They do have it. Now let me pause this right here. Bring this back for you guys can see. Bring it back. Wait, hold up. I want you guys to see. It's kind of small. See it? There you go right there. Yeah, it's right there. There you go. All right, headphone jack. Boom. Now, but I'm not feeling the that right there. I don't like. No, I don't like that. To make controller. I hope that you can use the. I hope you can use the Pro controller on it when you have it mobily out. You can set it up. Now, that looks good. It looks like a PS4 or an Xbox One game. That does look good. Look, it's nice TV too. Damn, that looks good. But now listen. Now I hope this here. Wait, I hope this here is a representation of how the games are going to really look. The reason why I say that because look at that. What you guys can see. Because we remember the Zelda tech demo that we got before the Wii U came out, and we got that Zelda tech demo in 2011. We never saw a game that looked like that graphically on the Wii U. So I'm hoping that Skyrim gameplay is an exact representation of how the games will look at home on your 1080p or 4K television, whatever the case may be. Like I said, we still have a lot of questions to be answered for Nintendo. And I'm gonna show you guys the article. Now Nintendo is saying this is their home console. So this is their 9th generation offering. Okay. This is their 9th generation offering. So I understand you might have to trade off some power for the whole another I guess experience to play. But here's the thing, we gotta be fair here. This whole generation, you see what's going on with Battlefield right now. It's been about Digital Foundry side-by-side comparison. And I want to see how this stacks up against the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. Graphically, okay? I told you guys before, I'm American. I like apple pie, beautiful women, and fast cars. I am a graphics Say no, but you understand what I'm saying. So I want to see how this stacks up graphically. You know, I mean, that looks good though. You know what I mean? Like I said, we got to. Now this doesn't interest me whatsoever. That's kind of weird to me. And that Scooby-Doo ass mobile. One black brother back there with the flat top. Come on, man. Get your black ass out that car. Riding around with them white folks. That's cool. I mean, this is not a real life scenario, but again, this is I like the way Nintendo did the commercial. It's good. Now I don't see how you can play 2K with that stuff like that. Like I don't get it. I don't know. Like you know what I mean? Now that doesn't look like 2K whatsoever. Now I'm hoping that looks like 2K once it's because I'm gonna buy this. If I do get this day one, that looks good. Yeah, shit, yeah. I'm gonna fucking buy this motherfucker day one. that looks good though. You know what I mean? My daughter's gonna love that. That looks good. That Mario. But here's my other thing. Okay, let me pause it right here. Let me give you a con right quick. These are a lot of pieces. I'm gonna be clear. These are here are a lot of pieces, a lot of gadgets. You got the small cartridges. You got the two handles. I hope they're gonna sell replacements like for the sticks, the click-ons, because I can see stuff like that getting lost in the house. I can see that getting lost in my house with my low ass. Like I'm just being honest with you. I can see that getting lost in my house. I can see my wife playing Mario all around the house when she's in the bathroom. Like Chanel likes just sit in the bathroom on the toilet and just talk on the phone. Don't even be using it. Just be on the toilet or sit on the edge of the tub, just talking, running her mouth in the bathroom. That's her office. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Dan, you taking the shit, what the hell you doing? You know what I mean? Like, she just be sitting on the side of the toilet, commenting on Facebook or whatever the case may be. And when I did have like I said, the Wii U, we got into an argument over something I bought. We got into an argument about me. So she said she used to play Mario or whatever the case may be. That was the only game that she liked. And again, but what I can say about my wife likes Mario, because I guess she likes Mario. She likes Street Fighter and Killer Instinct. Those are the games she used to play or whatever. She likes Mario because it's simple. You know what I mean? She said like the 3D graphics make her dizzy. Some people would do. Some people just like those straight, platform game. But again, that's like a concern again, like the pieces. How much will it be to buy, like the extra click-on pieces, whatever the case may be? You know what I mean? That shit gonna be lost. That little stick there gonna be lost. But like again, that Mario, whatever Mario, that looks good. I'm not a big Mario buff, but that does look good though. Now this is like the whole little esports thing. Now again, check it out, right? Now that right there, that would be the controller I use. That controller there looks like a classic little Xbox 360 controller. That will be the controller that I use. Now listen, let me pause this right here. Going forward, Nintendo, if you want your install base to grow, hear me out. You guys got to stop changing your controller. Every Nintendo that comes out since the NES, which they had to, the Super Nintendo, they with the two top shoulders, with the buttons, they brought a new way to gaming with the button, as far as the 1 and 2 or 3 buttons. That was cool. But after that, Nintendo just went downhill in terms of their controllers. You know what I mean? The Nintendo 64 controller was GameCube controller. You understand what I'm saying? They just need look what Microsoft and look what Sony does. The DualShock 4 is basically the same since the DualShock 1. You got an extra thing here, you know what I mean, with slight improvements. Every console that Nintendo comes out with, it's a different controller. So if you want the casuals, again, somebody like my wife or whoever, they ain't got to look down at the buttons as they're playing because they already know the layout. You got to keep this. Now, this controller here. Now, I thought the Wii Pro controller from the Wii U, I thought that was cool. That should have been the standard controller that came with the Wii U. You know what I mean? That was, again, that's another story for another time. But this controller here looks good. Going forth, the successor after Nintendo Switch, I hate that name, should use that controller right there. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's cool. It should use that thing there. Now, this is someone like this little esports thing here they got going on here. Little esports thing. And again, which is cool. Now, this would be dope if Nintendo supports stuff like this. You know what I mean? And esports and stuff. Because Nintendo has to get with the time. Let me tell you something. One thing you can't take from Nintendo, they have iconic franchises. Whether they appeal to me or not, I will give them that. I'm not a big Nintendo fan. Not saying fan, as far as their Mario games, and I just don't like the art style. That's just not for me. Not knocking those that like it, that's not my thing. But they have iconic franchises. What I mean by that, my grandmother's not a gamer. She knew who Mario is, knew Luigi. You understand what I'm saying? Iconic franchises. Um, Even like Master Chief for Halo, iconic franchise. You know what I mean? Drake is, Uncharted isn't popular. It's very popular. But I don't. If my wife was to walk in the store, she probably won't know that's Nathan Drake. But she'd probably. And I mean, and again, I'm not trying to be biased here because I'm an Xbox dude. But she'd know who hell. Halo. Oh, that's Halo. You understand what I'm saying? So I will give Nintendo credit for that. They do have iconic Donkey Kong. Like who doesn't know Donkey Kong? No, but again, like I said before, as those games. And with me, maybe because of the art style, I got a saying that I've grown up with Nintendo, but Nintendo hasn't grown up with me. But taking a look at it, they third-party support all the developers that are on board, because the smartest thing that Nintendo could have did with this console was combine their handheld department with their console department. You understand what I'm saying? Let me plug my phone up. That was the smartest thing that Nintendo could ever done. Now, like I said, I'm not a big fan of handheld gaming, but if you look at Nintendo handhelds, the 3DSs and all that type of stuff like that, great third-party support, games out of the wazoo, you know what I mean? And again, that was the smartest thing that Nintendo could have done, because instead of one team pulling this way and another team pulling that way, they combined their talents, and it is what it is. Now, what baffled the hell out of me when Nintendo was like, they didn't know that it took that long to make HD games. And that right there is the problem why the Wii U stumbled as far as getting out software. Like, even though Nintendo, believe it or not, they have their hands in other businesses that, I believe they own part of this Seattle Mariners, the baseball team, unless they sold it. I mean, they do other businesses. Sony sells insurance. Microsoft does all this stuff, but we've known Nintendo for gaming. And the reason, again, I always feel like I'm very critical of Nintendo, but because I hold Nintendo at a higher here. You understand? Because they're the grandfather of gaming. Nintendo is when Atari and ColecoVision, when all that shit was crashed because it was put out so much junk or so much shovelware, like the ET games, like in them shitty graphics, Nintendo saved gaming. I give them that. You know what I mean? And they had the gaming industry, hear me out, in the headlock. You know what I mean? They had rules like, if you want to put your game on our platform, it can't release on no other platform. Like, they had third party in their headlock. Very cocky. Same thing with Microsoft, got very cocky at the beginning of this generation. Same thing with Sony, got very cocky with the beginning of 7th generation. Nintendo got very cocky. You understand what I'm saying? Even though I'm going to tell you this and give you guys a little history lesson. From the NES, maybe you can rate it as I don't know, between the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, or the NES, you can rate which one was the best consoles of all time. Take your pick. You know what I mean? Just being real here. Some people might even say the 360. Cool. Whatever. I'm not going to pick one. But if you look at their install base since the NES to the Super NES, it went down. I stopped being lazy. I can believe it was a chart there. But they consistently lost their install base. Then you had the Genesis, quote unquote, on the rise. You understand? The NES smashed the Sega Master System, and honestly, I had both. The Sega Master System had better graphics and all that stuff. To me, you could plug your headphones in. It was cool. Then you had the Genesis. You know what I mean? The 16-bit era. We were still battling against the NES. Then the Super Nintendo came out, was a little bit more powerful than the Genesis. And then, on and on. But like I said, Nintendo, by them being stubborn and stuck in their ways, everyone else was moving forward to moving forward as this. Nintendo wanted to stay with cartridges. I remember, like I said, it sounds kind of crazy now because we pay about $65 for games. But I was younger. I remember me. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. Like, we didn't have GameStop, so this was before Dr. Kim's was selling games. We had Meg Radio in a couple of little stores downtown. Crazy 80 and the Wiz, hell, that shit had closed. And we used to go to Meg Radio, and they were charging my grandmother $75 for Mike Tyson Punch-Out. $75 for a cartridge. I heard about that for 9 years, but I had to have Mike Tyson Punch-Out. Cartridges were very expensive to manufacture, and Nintendo, again, didn't want to get with the program as far as this, and they had to fall out with Sony, because Sony was going to make the CD attachment for them, which I'm glad they did have to fall out, because then we had to say the PlayStation, and then Square Enix kind of moved over with Sony, and then, like I said, the rest was history, and ever since then, they was losing, like I said, quote-unquote, third-party support because of their policies. me give you guys another history lesson. Before Grand Theft Auto, what it was like, what it is now today, like the Grand Theft 1 and 2 was like some old camera top down, like art, like it was like an indie game. You know what I mean? It was funny the aspect of it when Grand Theft Auto 3 came out. You was actually able to shoot people and stuff like that. I remember Nintendo was like, "We'd never have a game like this on our platform," and it went on this whole thing. So that's why you didn't see any Rockstar games, you know, on Nintendo platform. I remember this shit clear. This is in the GameCube era. This is before Grand Theft Auto 3 became what it was, and you had Vice City and San Andreas, and forget about it. Now maybe with this Nintendo NX, like I said, because third party. And you know, like I call them the conspiracy theorists when you know people say, well, third party got it out for now, because third party, once they're say software that's sold on every platform, more money for them. So again, I see that Bethesda has a game, and Bethesda was very vocal against Nintendo. Said Nintendo won't show them the dev kits, the specs. So like we had never put a game on a Nintendo platform. This was like a couple art came out like 2012. So the fact that they have a Skyrim game coming lets you know that Nintendo, hey, has changed in their ways. Now, here's the thing again with their policies, okay? Nintendo needs to ease up on their policies as far as the reason why Nintendo doesn't have a big presence here on the internet, YouTube, is because, you know, they don't really allow their games to be played. You got to go through them and, you know, I mean, they got to ease up on that. You know what I mean? You know, everybody's Twitching, everybody's live streaming. So Nintendo, maybe not with this console. And like I said, I'm going to buy one day one. If it won't be for me, it'll be in the house. It'll be one here day one. But again, if they want their install base to grow, they want people to start really maybe leaving their console of choice, whether it's the Xbox or the PlayStation, they have to give the features that those consoles have. Okay, that's all. You know what I mean? We're not asking to have Halo on the Nintendo Switch or God of War. You can do what you do because exclusives gives a console its identity, fine. But you have to offer everything else that your competitors are doing. You know what I mean? They have to do that. You know, like I said in the day, the console looks cool. The game on the go, that's not for me. You know what I mean? It'll be plugged in right there, or it'll be in the front room. You know what I mean? But when Mario comes out day one, I have that for, like I said, Maya, she likes Mario Kart. My wife loves Mario. Like I said, I want to see how their 2Ks look and stuff like that compared to the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. And I'm not talking about the Pro, and I'm not talking about the Scorpio. If their multi-plats can match up with that, and it doesn't feel like I'm taking a step back visually, I think it's dope. You know what I mean? More kudos to them. Now, there are some leaked specs from the dev kits. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they're using the Tegra 1, Tegra 2. Now, listen, those graphics that they showed right there looks much stronger than what I've seen on the Tegra 1. You know what I mean? Just to be honest with you, right? It looks much stronger. And it's still, I want to show, like I said, I don't know how it's going to work, because the 32, gigabyte cartridges. What about when games need patches? And, we always get updates. What about when games need patches? And, is the game going to be running off the cloud? Like I guess it's a lot that, I don't, that I would like to know. Like, you know what I mean? That it's like we sound like now I have still more questions than answers. We already knew that it was going to be something that you could take on the go, and that we already knew. You know what I mean? But like I said, there's still a lot of things that we need to be answered as far as going forward. I guess they need to stop being so tight-lipped about it. Like the console comes out with 5-6 months. Let the consumer know what it is, so they can start taking pre-orders at GameStop or Best Buy, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Now listen, for those of you that have the PlayStation 4, the PS4, the Xbox One, and you were thinking about getting the Pro, is this enough to make you not get the Pro? You know what I mean? We go in the comment section here. Nintendo sucks. It's 2016. It's time for 4K gaming. No, Nestro, Neil, he said no 900p or 1080p. Blood Dragon. The Nintendo 64 is my favorite console. Not the best, but special to me. Rain, what's up, Rain? Rain said Dreamcast equal to Xbox original. All-Star Game 1000 put. I wonder if Nintendo is going to re-release every Wii U game for the Switch. But why would you want those games again? Like, being honest, you buy a new console for a new experience. But if you want to, whatever the case may be, if it do, maybe it might be digitally or something like that. remastered. Titanfall Prison, what's up, baby girl? The Dreamcast was good, but I hate the controller. But I love them fighting games. The Dreamcast had a bunch of classic fighters. They damn sure did. Nintendo can do whatever. I'm not touching that console. Not Rosada. I still have a dream. Is lag. Rain, me too. What's lagging? Is lagging my live stream? Oh, it's my PC. Big Tony says, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be huge. Xbox all day for my hardcore gamers, so that doesn't have to do with why Xbox and Sony have. Okay. I can't hear all this nonsense amount. Nintendo's being arrogant. That sucked. Stream froze. My stream froze? Man. They should have went with CD. They had a head start since Nintendo had two previous consoles. He said he got taken away. What's my man, Helen AK? He got taken away by aliens. They couldn't believe the flip-flop going on. Instead of flip-flopping, because I gave Nintendo a compliment. Oh, man. Oh, this is some funny shit here. What I got here? Big Tony said, the Scorpio will be my home console 100%. The Switch will be on the Go console. I won't even play it on my TV unless it has 4K streaming. Then I think about it. Now, like I said, for me, I'm not. I don't. I'm not really far as like I drive, so like I don't catch the train and all that shit there. And that's and again, that's kind of big. Like I can see it now, man. I'm like walking around with that big ass stuff. Someone gets slapped in the head and get a ticket from the person where you live at. You know what I mean? But it may be whatever it is. Kelvin Brand, disclaimer from Nintendo games, graphics and visual plus game art and filing lines. So this may not be a true representation of what we just seen now. And again, like I said, that Skyrim looked good as hell. So if it's not like that, then no, you know what I mean? Oh man, so this might be some vertical splice stuff going on. Was they playing NBA 2K on the Nintendo? Yeah, they were, but I don't know how the hell what type of controller they have. You know what I mean? Next gen, I know you always have higher expectations for MS. I mean, again, here's the thing though. I just want to keep it real, keep it funky with you guys. I'm an Xbox dude through and through. I'm more invested into the ecosystem. But if a console or if a platform has a great game, I'm gonna play it. I tell you guys that all the time. I have a preference, like 99.9% of the people in the world. You know what I mean? I'm just vocal about it. I just prefer the Xbox. You know what I mean? Just forget all the vanity, the Xbox, PlayStation stuff, because again, that's for fun and for entertainment to have with this quote unquote. Because I don't get, what Microsoft sells or what Sony sells. Not one red cent that goes in my pocket. I can care less. You know what I mean? And the only time, like I said, I will care about sales if the sales are so bad on a platform of choice like the Wii U, when I'm not getting my AAA, third-party games or whatever, then it's a problem. You know what I mean? So that's what time I will probably care about sales. But as long as they're still getting, because I told you guys again, multi-plats rule. As long as I can get my multi-plats, I'm fine. Like that stuff doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm confused that you said you didn't want everything this thing is. Not saying you can't change your mind, but it's still contradicting. I wish you would have stayed here so I can explain to him again. Whatever I've always said about this, if you don't know, I said upon buying this console, I don't want to feel like I'm taking a step back. You understand? Like I did with the Wii U. I don't want to feel like I'm taking a step back. I have to have voice chat mandatory in all my online games. Game invites mandatory in all my online games. You know what I mean? Just the basic shit that I'm used to doing to right now. And visually, I don't want to feel like I'm taking a step back because on the go, I don't care about. You know what I mean? If they can give me the visuals that I have now, maybe they may come up with some. But again, I'm not a big fan of Mario. I'm not. It's not a big thing to me. Okay, that's you claim the tech god is official, bro. Real talk. You Dean, the tech god. Shout out to my man named Clemmy. I'm not a big Mario dude, but my wife's a Mario fan. You know what I mean? She likes Mario. She might buy her own motherfucker with you. You know what I mean? She now make good money. She now make about 6 figures. She can buy what the hell she want. You know what I mean? So You know what I mean? And like I said, I have kids. They come up with Mario Kart. Like, I mean, you know what? Talk like that when people say things like that. And no disrespect to my man here, Hella Cook. I got Sam in on my comment section, but sometimes people get caught up in this console war and think that this is really a war going on if they buy a rival platform or that Microsoft is going to look. I'm like, yo, because they root for these consoles, like it's like they're sports teams. I mean, I get it. I listen. I started this whole Xbox shit over here. The shit that we doing now, we having it was I. You know what I mean? And I get it, it's fun, entertainment. But sometimes when you have to draw a line and say like, who, like this is for fun and to tease the you know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, but it's like people really take that shit literally. Like I'm a gamer at the end of the day. I'm not going to deny myself to play a game because it's on a rival platform. Like if you just think about that, what did Phil Spencer tell my man crap like that? You know, you Phil put my man on crap on blast. That one crap was saying that you're not going to buy the game because someone else get to play it. But you know, that wasn't what crap was saying. But when I read stuff like that, like you're bugging. This is a gaming channel. One or two UFO stories here and there, but it's a gaming channel. It's about games, bro. You know what I mean? Again, I don't care for Mario, Donkey Kart. I've always said that. If you know me, rocking that. If you go back to my older channel, when I bought the Wii U, I bought nothing but multi-blacks, Assassin's Creed, Tekken Tag, you know, all you know what I mean. And one Mario that was like I said from I don't really care for Nintendo IPs. I don't. If the console again gets third-party support, I'm not talking about the Wii version of Madden. I'm talking about the same Madden that I play on my Xbox, on my PlayStation 4, and I can have a friends list. Man, I'm gonna meet some new guys and I'm gonna play with it on the Nintendo side. That's not flip-flopping. Now, again, if the games graphically look kind of, I'm not gonna saying I'm not gonna buy it because you know, again, you know, my wife and she likes Mario Kart. You know, my wife has a Wii U in the bedroom. It's hers. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, so cool out with the weird shit. You know what I mean? You know, and they don't just tell me, like I said, they come out with some kid. And no, listen. As soon as I see Mario Party 19, I see these grown ass men with them. I'm gonna be up here bugging, clowning them again. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, to have fun with, but it's saying if people act like this is a real, you know what I mean? Like a real, you know what I mean? War. My man, what's going on, Blanche? He knows how they stopped marketing to kids and families and censors, which is a good thing. Like I've always said before, with Nintendo, you got that demographic down pat, that whole kitty stuff. It's not, believe it or not, and I tell people this again and again, it's not kids that make the industry grow as far as gaming, because think about it, kids get games for their birthday, get games for Christmas. It's adults that buy games all year long. It's us that go out there, we put our money down and reserve games, pay on them. It's adults. It's not children. When I listen, and trust me, even though I was from the projects in North, I was a little spoiled little motherfucker. My father had money like me, long like train smoke. He was a dope boy. You know what I mean? Grandmother was a school teacher. You know what I mean? I'm only child, only grandchild at the time. So I got things from everybody. You know what I mean? Growing up, from everybody. So again, even with me, as spoiled as I was the only kid that I knew with a Neo Geo. My father bought it for me. I remember the controllers was like $200, and my mother was bugging, like, why would you buying that? Like, you know what I mean? Like the games was like $200. I had like 3 games for it, but it is what it is. But again, I didn't get games every time games came out. You know what I mean? I didn't. If Zelda came out in January, I'll be lucky. No, not saying lucky, but I will probably get that in my 5. I would get like 5 or 6, 7 games for Christmas. That's what I would put that on my list was games. I grew toys, so I get like 8 games or something, and that would probably last me for the whole year until my birthday come up. You understand what I'm saying? So again, it's not children who make this industry go. You know what I mean? Like you know, like I said, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So this commercial here, the Nintendo show, it spoke to me. You know what I mean? Like to the adults. Like I saw Skyrim. I don't care for Skyrim. I saw 2K. I wish they would have showed 2K running on the screen, but you know, man, here Calvin said they said it's not a you know, graphics or whatever not finalized. So I hope it's not a downgrade, because remember that Zelda tech demo that we got in E3 2011 when Link was fighting that big spider. We didn't see no games that look like that graphically on the Wii U. You know what I mean? So I hope this is not no vertical splice like some made up stuff here. I hope the games look that good. You know what I mean? And, because again, Nintendo, let me bring up the article here. Nintendo, this is their home. This is their 9th generation offering. Let's be clear of this. This is their 9th generation offering. This is the home console. Like I've always said, like Resident said, this is their home. This is not a handheld. This is their home console. Microsoft and Sony, they're still what it was when the Pro comes out on the score, that's 8.5. So could you imagine when their 9th generation console comes out and how powerful it's going to be? You know what I mean? And so I hope the NX. Here's my thing. I hope it's at least as powerful as the Pro, maybe a little under, so it don't be that big of a disparity between between all three of them. You understand what I'm saying? Because here's the thing, going out and the go is good, but right now, in this day and age, we know it's all about resolution and frames per second, and we're gonna get the the Nintendo Switch version versus the Pro versus the Scorpio, and that shit go all over again. I mean, so again, I know the Nintendo didn't really sacrifice the specs so much just to take the thing on the go, another tablet controller. You know what I mean? That's all that I'm saying. And the same thing on when Microsoft kind of slipped the bump they hit, they sacrificed the specs of their console to include a peripheral. That's something that you don't do. It doesn't work. We seen what happened with the Wii U and how that turned out. You know what I mean? How decided with Microsoft, the 720p's, how that worked out for them. Now they kind of turn it around because what? We can upscale the 4K and HDR. It's not because the console is smaller, no. We can upscale the 4K and HDR. You know what I mean? That because this generation, let's be clear, hasn't really been about the games or the exclusives or whatever. It's all been about resolution and frames per second. You see what they're talking about with Battlefield. Runs better on the Xbox One. And I got the shit. Look, bro, listen, I've been so fucking busy. Because I don't know why people think I didn't get a job. I got a job. I do get a job. I told you I own several properties, man. I'm the maintenance man, the janitor, all types of stuff, man. But anyway, like I said, I've been so busy between that and my grandmother. She's not in the best of health right now. So I've been pretty tied up. I haven't even tried Battlefield 1. I downloaded the thing I think Friday. I haven't had a chance to play anything. You know what I mean? No, not even no 2K. I used to play 2K every day. You know what I mean? I do my videos, go back outside. I don't be getting home till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I go see the mistress, go see my other mistress. So yeah, but so I've been kind of tied up. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But so anyway, as I was saying, I kudos to Nintendo. The console looked well and it showed well from what they showed. Even though it's they do have a gimmick that you can for those that like that, take it on the go, and which I think what they showed with the Switch, that's what the Wii U should have been with the whole tablet. Take it. I've always said that the Switch is what the Wii U should have been if they were going to go that route. You know what I mean? The Switch is what. There you go. The Switch is what the Wii U should have been. You know what I mean? Then maybe it'd been a whole different story. Like, so we're gonna see it again. We're gonna see if it's working. Like, far as the taking it on the go, that doesn't appeal to me. I drive, and that's not my thing. Even though I like the Vita, I like the fighters on the Vita. But when I was playing the Vita, it was in the house, wasn't on the handheld. What me just walking around with a handheld. I'm out there trying to meet bitches. I'm walking, got these big ass headphones. Yeah, what are you playing? Candy Crush? Nah, baby, this Zelda. You know what I mean? Like, I got too much. I got too much juice in the shit. I can't do it. Even though, it's crazy. Even though, like, people that I'm friends with in real life, or I've always been a gamer, and they be bugging, they be laughing at me now. I'm talking about you bugging on the internet. That's why I be laughing when people talk about next gen he lying, he ain't got this. Like, you jokers know nothing about me, nothing. You know what I mean? I think but it's cool. I don't even get to talking to that, man. But it is what it is. But let me play the game. But anyway, as I was saying, kudos to Nintendo. The system showed well for what it's worth. It looked okay. Play trial. I got 10 hours left. Like I said, I haven't even played this at all. Not one time. You know what I mean? I don't. They give me the multiplayer. I don't know what the trial consists of. But yeah. Anyway, let me scroll down. Hold up. Before I go, I want to ask you guys a question. So here's the question in hand. Do any of you guys, you like it? Level 5. Was it? Wait, let me stand. It's got a lot of comments in here. God damn. You don't show. You don't show. You know. Wait. You don't know shit about Zaire. No, they don't. Hey, Portals X was good, bro. Yeah, they don't, man. Zaire got that street cash. Nah, I ain't got no street money, man. Blood Dragon. Let me explain this to you. He says, Zaire, if you don't like Nintendo first party games, why would you buy a Nintendo platform? Okay, easy. Okay, let me explain this to you. Now I don't know how old you are, but when I was growing, I'm 38 now. Some of the Nintendo best games or second party games were not made by Nintendo. So I don't know. Maybe like I said, maybe the age that you are when you came along, Nintendo didn't have great third party support, and it was few and far in between. But if you just look at the NES or some games you think like Mega Man, you understand what I'm saying? And games like that, Nintendo didn't make those games. Those were made by a second and third party. So that's the reason why I would buy, if you know what I mean, whatever the Nintendo, and especially if the graphics are okay, it will be okay. I set the terms. It would be for games like Bayonetta 2, prime example. You understand what I'm saying? But I couldn't just justify owning a $350 console just to play one game. So that's the reason why I would buy a Nintendo Switch. Won't be for me. And I do like Zelda. Out of all their exclusives, you know what I mean? I think Zelda's probably about the coolest, but Donkey Kong and Toad, and that's just not, you know, Pikmin. I don't care because I don't really like the art style of those games. But I like, you know, action, adventure, whatever the case may be. Those are cool. But other than that, but you know, but Nintendo back, they look Eternal Darkness. That was for the GameCube. But I thought that was dope. You know what I mean? If they get games like that, I'll be all about it. You know what I mean? So that's why if you don't, you know what I mean, understand it. You know what I mean? The Nintendo that you see today, you know what I mean? They wasn't always like that, man. What the hell's this shit getting floggy up on me? You know what I mean? This is supposed to be the best webcam to get, the C920. This shit going, you know what I mean, up on me like the hell. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But like I said, it is what it is, man. You know, so I mean, let me ask you. So that's let me ask you any more questions here before I get the hell up out of here. The Wii U should have been the Switch. It doesn't look like it doesn't sound like the PS4 Switch, like the service is a 1080p system. What's going on, Gamer Crave? He says, as a gamer, we got to give everything a chance, never mind the resolution. And they show, well, third-party support is a thing. I agree with you, and then again, I don't agree with you. Game Craver. The reason why I say I agree with you and I don't agree with you because right now in this generation, we can't talk about before. Everything's been about resolution and frames per second. And right now, guess what? We're teetering on the whole 4K thing. You remember when the 360 and the PS3 came out? Even though we didn't have, you know, too many 1080p native games, they were upscaled to 1080p. We didn't give a hell. But that everybody had to run out and get a 1080p TV. Now we're teetering on a whole quote unquote 4K. So we can't say that that's not important because again, it is. You know what I mean? Like I done bought how many 4K TVs this year alone? You understand what I'm saying? This TV ain't even a week old here. You know what I mean? This is the KS9000. The week before that, I had the KS8500. You know what I mean? That's, you know what I mean? That's over here in the corner. I was gonna put it on my desk. It's too big for my desk. The KS8500 is right here in the corner. You know, you understand what I'm saying? You know, the 8500 was curved. This is the 9000. I got a video with unboxing. We took the 8500 back. No, it's like, sometimes you have to be saying some dumb shit. I took the TV back and exchanged it, and it's over here while I'm unboxing. This is the dumb stuff I get. I took the 8500 back for the 9000 and paid the difference, but I got the 9000 right here on the floor unboxing it, and while the 8500 right here. You know, this is the type of stuff I'm telling you. I got everything. I always got to show and prove everything. Anything I do, I got to show and prove. Like it's crazy as hell. But anyway, yeah. So thank you. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. And thank you for rocking out with me. They said, but Albert said 4K won't last long. 8K will come. So yeah, I seen that the AMD in the video was, you know, what far as 8K cards. Zach Kareem put Microsoft should what? What you put? Microsoft should put Recall on PS4 and the NX like they done with Minecraft. Nah, they shouldn't because I'm just keeping it funky. Exclusives is what gives a console its identity. You know what I mean? Just being honest with you. You know what I mean? Because if you look at, people already said that it's hard to decide between the PS4 and the Xbox One. but the only thing that makes those consoles different, you know what I mean, is their exclusives, you know what I mean, and again, you know, I'm not saying that exclusives. Don't get me wrong, exclusives don't hold the punch like they used to, you know what I mean. But they are what gives a console or a platform its identity. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Drop your Mario. Drop on change it. Drop your Mario impression. So is it Mario or Mario, man? I don't know. Motherfucker Mario. We call that shit. We call shit Mario. Man. We put on Mario. Mario. Select sound preset. I guess. Oh, this is dope. You can set, you know, your, I don't know, your sound bar was, that's kind of dope. But anyway, like I said in the day, man, Rain 84, stupid. He said, Amaziago works at NeoGav. Said Amaziago, the janitor at NeoGav. hey, yo, hey, Rain 84, you going to hell for that one. He said Amaziago he's the janitor at NeoGav, man. Oh man, that joke is crazy, man. He says All-Star game and look up what exclusives mean. Okay. Oh, that looks nice. We gonna really have this conversation about exclusives. Okay, let me break it down for you. Okay, let's be honest with you. Street Fighter 5. This looks nice, Jesus. Street Fighter 5. You wouldn't consider it a PlayStation exclusive? Huh? What does it say? What does it say on the PlayStation? What does it say on this box here from Sony? What my Street Fighter box say? What does it say? PS4 console exclusive, right? We ain't talking about consoles, right? What that say right there for you, good brother? So it's not that I don't know what, you know, I mean, again, Halo is on PC. You would consider that an Xbox exclusive? Fable is on PC. You wouldn't consider that a Fable? You wouldn't consider that a console exclusive? Or, you know, exclusive? Like, come on, man. That shit didn't start to this generation. You see, so hold on, let me pause this game. You see Sony just enabled native DualShock 4 support on their controller. You see that, right, for Steam, right? And again, there's nothing wrong with that. And again, that's that fanboy and that mentality stuff. If Uncharted does come to Steam or whatever the case may be, that's more money for the publisher to make more, you know what I mean? You know, to make other games. Like that talk right there in itself is crazy as hell. That's not going to stop somebody from buying a PlayStation 4 because you have a whole shitload of people that quote unquote game on PC. Console games may look fun, or you know, a few of them, but they're not going to buy a console just for one or two games. Prime example, I'm primarily a console gamer. I wanted to play Bayonetta 2, but I wasn't going to buy a Wii U just to play Bayonetta 2. So does that make sense to you? And I'm a console dude. I wasn't going to spend $350 to play one game. And if you don't understand that, brother, I don't know what more to tell you. Like that right there in itself is that's that quote unquote, you know, that you know, that again and again. Let me ask you, I'm gonna say what you find in the box. When would you consider Smash Brothers being a Wii U exclusive, right? Would you consider that being a Wii U exclusive? Or even God of War, Chains of Olympic, you know, God of War 2 and all. I can play those on the Vita and the PS2. Is that not still a quote unquote PlayStation exclusive? I can play Smash Brothers on the 3DS. Is that not still a Nintendo exclusive? So just because Microsoft put their own intellectual properties in their own store, that is not making it slick. Come on, man. That shit in itself is crazy as hell. Like, that's crazy. Because they're making their own game run on their own OS. Like, and again, who the hell cares? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I ain't spitting no rhymes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, I'm just, it is what it is, man. You know? So, Omezaga said that Smash Bros. And the 3Ds are multi-plat. So all the games on PlayStation Now, on PC are multi-plats now too, right? Get out of here. But anyway, man, this is your boy. Oh, you said these headphones look dope? You know what this is right here? These some next gen exclusives. Like now, these are pretty old, man. I got orders, but I got a box of headphones, bro. These are I bought these in I think maybe 2013, 14. But these are just pokes. These are just pokes. You know what I mean? I got some green ones. I got some all black ones. I got headphones anywhere, man. There's another pair of pokes right here. Might be all in my shit, man. You know what I mean? I got mad hooks. I can't even see the hooks behind the TV, but I got hella headphones. I got those right there, the Astros 850s. I got a pair of green ones, and I got a sky blue pair. My son got my sky blue ones. Yeah, I got hella headsets though, man. I'm the headset master. I got headsets everywhere, bro. I got a big ass tote full of nothing but headphones. Oh, you know, Beats by Dre's and all that stuff. I got all that type shit. Come on, let me see something. Are they in here? I might have a treat for y'all. He lying. He ain't got a whole bunch of headphones. Let's see. I got headphones for days, man. I got headphones for fucking days. No, I'm just rapping for anybody for that shit. But yeah, I got hella headphones, man. I got a tote full of goddamn headphones, man. Word up. Yeah, that's just all. But anyway, listen. This is your boy Next Gen 720. I'm about to get the hell out of here, man. Hey, Zai, you should purchase one for your kids and grandkids, and we enjoy them when we're young and pass on the joy. I should buy a Nintendo NX Switch for my kids. First of all, Maya and my daughter Zari, they're the two youngest kids that I have. The rest of my kids are, you know, my daughter's 22. My son is 20. Mama, you'll probably say Mama's 16. Zari, she's about 11. So, you know, she's more into clothes now. So only one that may like a video game is probably Maya, you know what I mean? And my grandkids, no, I wouldn't buy them a game. I'm funny, so they get old enough not to drop shit and break shit, and because I guess I get this from my no. I got to see how he is with a controller in his hand. I got two grandsons. One of them's 2, you know, so you know he damn shy about him. But the other one is he's 5, about, you know, I mean, a little younger than Maya. But yeah, you know what I mean. And when he's over here, he doesn't really even pay attention to the game. So I wouldn't even, you know what I mean. But Maya, she'll come. You guys see him. She'll come in here and look at what I'm playing. She'll play like you know, like I said, she likes the Mario, but she more or less knows she likes the free games that's on her iPad and on her LG tablet, like those little Sonic Dash and Tiny Toon, those free ones for 99 cents. Those are more or less the games that Maya like, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So I don't even see her getting a 3DS or something like that, unless maybe because now she's in school. Maybe if the kids in school, they got them, they talk about maybe then. But you know, for her to sit down, for me to spend $300-400 just for her to sit down and maybe touch it once, nah. Now, if the NX, is like a tablet also, and you have apps and YouTube, Maya's got her own little YouTube channel, and she's crazy with YouTube, believe it or not. If that, and you know, and then she likes some of the simple games, then I will buy one just for that, for her to have a little. Maya has her own Xbox One, and she likes Paper. She plays that shit all day. You know what I mean? So that's why you guys don't see her much. And here in the moment, maybe she's always being, oh, don't play Peggle. When you see Peggle being on, is it on my profile? It's not me playing. That's mine. I didn't play it for it. I didn't played it enough. When you see somebody playing Peggle on that Zaire, because I got like 3 profiles. On that Zaire profile, that's Maya. You know what I mean? She has her own account. She plays Peggle upstairs. And that's why you don't see it down too much in my videos anymore. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But I've got a question here. Damn, Jokers, no, let me turn this goddamn fan on. It's hot as hell. God damn. Got me sweating like a motherfucker. Hope it ain't too loud for you guys. And hot. All right, look. He says, like, what? Next Gen, what do you think of the Xbox Scorpio will look like, and what would you think the bells and whistles will be on it? I don't think it's gonna be any bells. I think the bells and whistles is gonna be 4K 60 frames a second. Look like I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna be small and sleek with all that power, you know what I mean, quote unquote. But they are supposed to be using Zen and Vega, which is kind of small and whatever the case was. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I never really cared how a console looked because it goes under my head, and you know what I mean, and it doesn't really matter to me. But I don't think, as far as the bells and whistle, if VR takes off, you're gonna have HTC Vive support and the Oculus Rift. So that's what I'm saying is gonna be quote unquote going to be the bells and whistle. Z, did you watch Red Dead 2 trailer? Yes, I did. And then, listen, I'm not a big fan of Red Dead because I don't really like those open world games. That's not really my thing. Like, there's too much going on. But I'm gonna get it just to get it, and maybe I try. Like I said, I never even tried the multiplayer on Red Dead. I heard it was off the hook. But yeah, and you know, man, I gotta step outside my bubble. Like I'm from the mindset that every AAA multiplayer game don't need a multiplayer. Like I've never really played. And I like Assassin's Creed before they got too repetitive. I never played the multiplayer on Assassin's Creed. You look at my achievement thing on Zaire, beat the first one, loved it. Beat the second one, I loved it. Then they came with that Brotherhood and all that shit. Oh, this looks nice. My God, this looks really nice. Dang. Oh shit. Excuse my French. Oh wow, this looks really nice. I wish you could put this in third person. Oh, this looks nice, man. Oh wow. God, yo, World is Born. Oh, this is nice. I might buy this. No. Oh, this is nice. Oh, I took the nigga head. Oh. You tell my ass, get back. Get your ass back. Hard run. Get your ass behind that wall. Go, motherfucker. Get behind the wall. Oh, shit. Look. I was stuck. But y'all, yeah, man. Oh, they got the energy. They got the energy. Yo, this is hot. I might have to buy this. Oh, wait. I like this. I might have to buy this. All right, come on, let's go. Oh, wait. Maybe I was supposed to die. That damn sure was trying to go around that corner. Oh, I know. They ain't putting up about it. Oh! This is nice, yo. I'm sorry, this destroys duty. Oh. Okay, grab a shotgun. Let's go. Yo, what the hell? What am I supposed to do? I'm gonna show these motherfuckers. Yo, I'm fucking suck at first-person shooters, though. Let me start over. I got it. Let me start over. They get the next shooters. I hate first-person shooters, but this is dope. This looks. I know it probably doesn't translate well over there, but this looks sick. I mean, now I'm in the tank. Oh, this is ill, man. This is like a real war, yo. This is nice. I want to start over though, because I maybe I ain't supposed to die. Hold up. We'll start mission. Yeah, maybe I should die. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, listen. This is your boy Next Gen 720. Warlord, what's up, man? Wait, I'm getting too many questions. Next Gen, what fighting game do you like the most? I like Mortal Kombat. I'm a beast in Mortal Kombat. After Mortal Kombat, I'm Street Fighter, Killer Instinct. I love Tekken. I love Soul Calibur. I don't like those Guilty Gears and shit. No, I don't like those. But Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Injustice, Tekken, Soul Calibur, Killer Instinct. That's what I like. I don't like Guilty Gear and King of Fighters. I don't like those games. Oh, Tyson Dad put. Oh, you're supposed to die. How's the Gears campaign? I haven't started it yet. I was waiting for my man Wingy. We were supposed to run through it together. You know what I mean? So when you guys want to run through what's called together, this looks nice, man. It probably doesn't show well what you guys looking at, but this looks bananas on my television, man. Like this looks ill. Look at this. This looks sick. This looks bananas, man. Look at this. My God. Could you imagine what this is going to look like on the Scorpion? Or the Pro? Oh, this is ill. Let me pause it though. Yeah, but yeah, man, this is sick, man. Jolio Toledo put Xbox is garbage. Gears of War story is hard. What's up, Z? CC Zoo was good, man. Yeah, but yeah, man. Z watched the Red D. I seen it, yeah, man. But anyway, like I said, man, thank you guys for rocking out with me for this little while I was here. Listen, if you haven't looked at my UFO thing, right-handed God, true story, man. I know it sounds a little trippy. Some of you guys may understand, but everything I said in the videos, the guys on is true. They lay a little bit, I give you a little piece of me, but that's something that I still deal with to this day. Real talk. But anyway, this is your boy Next Gen 720. I'm out of here, man. Bang, bang. Listen, today in the multiplayer podcast, I have some Xbox Live codes that I'm going to drop live in the chat. So if you want to get the Xbox Live code, the multiplayer podcast, which starts at 7:30, I got a couple games. I'm going to probably drop 2 codes in the multiplayer podcast, and then save the rest for Beast. I don't know, but I have a sponsor. So anyway, you'll see. So the multiplayer podcast is at 7:30. We're gonna be dropping codes. Make sure you be there. Bang bang. We out of here. Booking.